What emotions arise when you hear the word acceptance? Is it peace, relief, or is it anger and frustration? When someone says to you, you need to accept it, or you say to yourself, I need to accept this, resistance often rises to the surface. I don't want to accept it. Why should I? If I accept it, it means that I'm giving up. It means nothing will ever change. But what if acceptance is actually the first step toward changing the very thing that you don't like? What if resisting what is unwanted is one of the biggest blocks to receiving what you truly want? Let me share a personal story. When my eyesight started to decline, I didn't want to accept it. I refused to wear glasses. Every time I looked at my phone or a computer, every time I went grocery shopping and struggled to read a label, frustration and anger rushed in. I could read that just 6 months ago, and now everything is blurry. I thought that wearing glasses meant accepting that I was getting older, that my body was deteriorating, and that more of the things like that would soon go wrong. And I didn't want to accept that. So I stayed stuck in constant frustration and this feeling of defeat for a long time. I couldn't move forward until I finally admitted to myself, this is where I am right now, and accepting it will make my life much easier. So I bought a pair of reading glasses, and the frustration soon dissolved. And though my eyesight didn't really improve without the glasses, I felt much happier and much calmer inside. We all resist acceptance at times, accepting that we can't solve everything alone, or accepting that a relationship is over, accepting that our body is changing, accepting that the way we've always done things no longer works is hard, because acceptance can feel like admitting we're not in control, admitting that we could be left alone, that we might not be as strong and capable as we hoped. This realization is painful to the mind, so the mind grasps, pushes, and forces and strategizes, even if it causes suffering and anxiety. You might know the famous prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. I've always loved the part about wisdom, because without that wisdom, we'll live in an endless cycle of internal conflict. So how do we know when it's time to accept? You will know. Your inner knowing will whisper it. Your body will tell you. Your heart will tell you. Your gut will tell you. Even if your mind screams the opposite. And when everything in you says that it's time to accept and let go, and yet you still resist, you might gently ask yourself, what would happen if I accepted this? What would it mean for me? Would it mean that I am a failure or a bad person or that I'm powerless? Is that story really true? Can I choose a different meaning? Acceptance is not resignation. It's not normalizing what hurts. It's not giving up or stopping action or even letting people off the hook. Acceptance is giving yourself a break, a moment to stop fighting with reality. It's realizing the unnecessary suffering of resistance. It's allowing life to show you new possibilities, clearer choices, which can only appear when you stop struggling and finally acknowledge where you are. Acceptance is not the end. It is the doorway to freedom, clarity, and change.